Sup, this is Alex Shu coming at you with another episode. This episode, I want to talk about surviving in this world without any romance. I mean, how do you do this, man? I don't know. It's a sad day, but anyway, yeah, that's my subject today. But before I talk about that, I want to tell you my name's Alex Shu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small fingers during sleep. You wear them, you don't age anymore, you become physically immortal. For example, in 20 days, I'll be 53. Okay, I'll be 53 years old in 20 days. If you look at me, I'm still pretty young, right? Look at my belly. Look at my waist, you know? See, this pants is too big for me, look at that. I probably have like 30-inch waist or something, I don't even know. I've been skinny ever since I was 19. If you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, I have lots of testimonials from Amazon customers. Most of them give me 4-star, 5-star. If you're interested, you want to look like me when you're 53, livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video. Alright, what's going to talk about, you know how Texas border, right? Right now the governor of Texas, he sent out his own National Guard to seal off the border, and Biden is telling him to quit. You know, Biden is telling him to, hey, let us in. But anyway, I'll talk about that subject maybe next time. But today, yeah, I want to talk about I don't know, man. How do people survive in this world without any romance? You know, I remember back in the days. You know, it's like everything was so simple, you know. Back in the days, the romance love is easy. Romance is everywhere, you know. When I was younger, when I was a teenager, it's like, I don't know, there's always some girl who looks at me, right? Give me the stare, right? Give me the eye contact. You know, always some girl, like secretly likes me, secretly in love with me, always, you know. Doesn't matter where I go. It doesn't matter. See, I lived in Taiwan. You know, it's an island, right? It's an island. It's part of China. I lived in Taiwan before. Came to the United States. I live in Daly City. Then I moved to Florida. You know, in Florida, I was only like 12 or 13 that time. I lived in Florida for 3 years. Back in the days, you know, I mean, Florida, there were no Chinese people in Florida. Everybody's racist, you know, they're all racist. They all look at me funny. But you know what? Even that time, I still have little white girls looking at me. You know, some of them like me. Some are actually secretly in love with me, but they don't dare to say it because I'm Chinese, right? It's like, you're not supposed to say that because he's Chinese. Back in the days, it was in Florida, everybody's racist back in the days. Came back to California. I don't know, ever since, there's always somebody secretly admiring you, secretly loving you, you know, somewhere. I mean, romance was everywhere back in the days, you know. And then it's like, and if they do fall in love with me, I mean, if they do fall in love with, like a girl fall in love with a certain guy, you know, she would think about that guy constantly, right? And I don't know, sometimes they might just call you. They will find out what your phone number is from a friend, pick up a phone and call you, you know. I mean, romance is everywhere. It was easy back in the days. You don't need any practice. You don't need to persuade anybody. It's just that it's always there, you know. And I went out of movies with many girls, you know, back in the days. When they go out with you, they don't ask you what you do. They don't ask you, do you have a job? You know, what do you plan for college? You know, what do you plan to do when you grow up? They don't ask any. Back in the days, you know, romance was everywhere. Girls don't ask you what you do. I'm not joking. Back in the days, girls would go out with you just for the heck of it. Just maybe it's because you're the cute guy next door. They don't care what you do. It's like back in the days. It's like, you know, couples, they plan to get married, right? And then it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what my husband does. Okay, it doesn't matter what I do. It's like if we're not wealthy, hey, maybe our kids will become wealthy. Maybe our next generation, right? They might go to college. They might become successful, right? So, our job is to get married and then buy a house and then just live happily ever after. Back in the days, people think like that. So romance is everywhere. Girls go out with you, they don't really ask you what you do. And sometimes girls would go out with a total bum. Back in the days, it was like that. You could be a total bum and girls would go out with you. And, back in the days, you don't have to be very tall, Nowadays, it's like, all the girls want tall guys. Yeah, you gotta be 6 feet tall, you gotta be... Back in the days, no, that wasn't true. Back in the days, you could be a short guy, and if you're... if you're likable, if you're funny, right? You can make girls laugh, they'll go out with you. They will enjoy you, you don't have to be like, like a football player. No. They will go out with you back in the days. It was just romance was everywhere. Romance is in the air. You could smell it, But now it's like, wow, no wonder why 63% of the men have voluntarily gone MGTOW. 63% of the men voluntarily drop out of the dating market. It's because it's nowadays, all the girls care about is they want to pursue their career, right? They want to become somebody, They want to find a nice job, maybe at a firm, like a corporation, as some, I don't know, executive, like a senior developer, whatever, and then earn good salary, and then they set up rules, like, my man, whoever wants to go out with me, okay, if you want to be my boyfriend, you gotta earn more money than me, you gotta earn more money, you gotta look good, you have to know how to, you have to know what to wear, you have to bring me to the right places, right restaurants, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, it's like laundry list is so long, It wasn't like that back in the days. Back in the days, romance was everywhere. I don't know. See, some younger viewers probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, okay? But if you're old like me, if you're 50-something year old, you know what I'm talking about. It's just, back in the days, romance was everywhere, Everybody's romantic, those girls who only care about, oh, what do you do for a living? How much money do you have? And what is your career? Those are whores, Those are fucking gold diggers, whores, This is, but now it's like every girl is like that. Everyone is like that, and it's just, and I don't know. It's just, I'm not blaming girls. I'm not blaming girls. I'm just blaming this. I'm blaming the technology. I'm blaming technology. Because nowadays girls grew up with that shit. There's an internet, right? There's dating apps, and then all they do is swipe. That's all they do all day. Swipe. Go to TikTok, go to, I don't know, Facebook, and swipe guys, swipe left, swipe right. That's all they do nowadays. So it's like if a girl, let's say you want to date this girl, right? And the girl starts thinking, well, if this guy want to date me, then he has to be presentable, He has to be presentable to all my other friends, because I have to show my boyfriend's photo, right? On my Facebook page, or on my Instagram, or on my OnlyFans, whatever. I mean, my boyfriend has to look presentable, right? So, you understand? It's like, nowadays, if you want to be some girl's boyfriend, you gotta be fucking presentable to the whole fucking world, Like, you gotta be a Chad or a Tyrone, because she will show your photos on her Facebook accounts. So you gotta be all that. You gotta be 6 feet tall. You gotta look handsome. You gotta be all that shit. You gotta have, your curriculum. Your what do you do for a living and all that. And she really cares how much money you earn, because she's no longer looking for a boyfriend. She's looking for sort of like a salesperson. I don't know. Sort of like a salesperson. Like I don't know. She's looking for, you know how you sell. She's looking for George Freeman. Like the George Freeman grill. Like she's selling a product. She's selling herself. Yeah, she's selling her own Facebook account. She's selling her own Instagram page, right? And then, so if you want to be her boyfriend, you got to be presentable. She's you're just like part of her brochure, you know. So you got to be all that, you know. And then she has to show you off to her friends, right? And she cares, you know, girls they care about their reputation, they care about face. So okay, yeah, I don't want my boyfriend to be a loser, you know, so my friends would laugh at me. No, I want to find the right boyfriend. He has to look good. He's got money, you know, he's got a good job and everything. He's got to earn more than I do, and so everything. It's all about, I don't know. It's all about representation nowadays, you know. I don't know. It sounds more and more like a sales pitch nowadays. It wasn't like that back in the days. Back in the days when there were no internet, right? Back in the days, all we had was radio and TV, and sometimes you go to the movies. You rent movies, right? And then you watch some movies at home. Back in the days, life was easier. It wasn't like if you have a boyfriend, right? You're a girl, you have a boyfriend. It's all about how you feel about that man. That's all. It's not about how the man present himself in the world. It's not like that. Back in the days, there were no Facebook, no Instagram, so your boyfriend is your boyfriend. Your boyfriend is not for show, you know. So it's like yeah. Back in the days, it was like your boyfriend could be short, you know, could be a loser, you know. Maybe he's just a janitor, or maybe he's a dreamer. He's starting his own rock band. You know, he's like a total loser. But then, hey, you know what? At the end of the day, he could make you laugh. You know, he could help you do some chores. You know, like if your car broke down, he could maybe help you fix your car a little bit, or maybe help you. I don't know, repair. You know, like. Fix your home, you know, fix your door, fix your window, whatever, you know. It's like it doesn't really matter back in the days, because at the end of the day, your boyfriend is your boyfriend. It's not something that you put on Facebook, you know. So back in the days, I don't know, life was easier. The romance was everywhere, but now it's all about it's all about your Facebook. It's all about your TikTok and Instagram, you know, like your fans. Your subscribers want to know who is your boyfriend. You know, what kind of man did you choose? And then, fuck, man. So now it's like all these girls, they just care about how much money you make. What do you look like? How tall are you? And it's all about presentation nowadays, which really sucks, you know. And it just, I miss the romance, you know, of the old days, you know. See, I invented physical immortality rings, hoping that everybody stay young. You know, so you could go out there and chase romance, but no, I did not expect this. Okay, I invented the rings. Yeah, now you could stay young, just like that Twilight Zone episode. It's called Kick the Can, right? This old man, he lives inside an elderly home, and then he started kicking the cans. You know, the little kids game, right? The children's game. Kick the can. And then he became young. Suddenly he became a kid again. He became a child again. And then he went back to the past, you know? Travel back to the past. Yeah, it's like my rings could do that. I can make you young. But then, no, I did not expect this. Okay, now you stay young. If you put on my rings, yeah, you stay young. But where the fuck is romance? Romance is gone. You know? Maybe, I don't know, maybe someday somebody can come up with another invention, you know, bring us back to the past, you know? Maybe we need a DeLorean time machine. Then you put on my rings, you start looking young, then you drive the time machine back to the past, you know? Maybe then you can go look for your romance. But anyway, just my rant, you know? Just my rant about, I don't know, my you know, anyway, talk to you later.